Yo, is we live? I don't know. Is we? Let me check. You're now live on your channel. Hey, how do I do foot? I just had chat open a minute ago. I have no idea how I got that. Let's see. Damn, we live, baby. Okay, let's go. Am I in focus? And why is my camera shit quality? Is it? Wait. Let me open this shit up. Is your favorite rapper live on a David after? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, it says yes, sir. Okay, now I can see the chat. I think I'm pretty sure. Let me type something. Oh, let me turn the audio off. Yo, Martin, thank you for popping up into the stream. Yes, sir. Welcome. We streaming a track breakdown. You feel me? Okay. So my name is MacckMartin. Rapper, producer, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I do music. I do a bunch of shit. I released an EP about a month ago, I think, and got a lot of love from people in my circle, outside my circle, people who didn't fuck with me, people who did fuck with me. They checking in, and a whole bunch of love. So I appreciate it, and I thought take some inspiration out of JVB, Joey Valence and Bray, or at least Joey Valence in this case. He did a live stream on YouTube breaking down the beats and whatnot. All of the tracks of their latest album and the one before that, and I was like, that's fucking sick. I'm gonna do that. Chance that anyone pops in, small. What if do I post the Instagram? Fuck it. That's an ugly picture. Brother, okay. We mogging. Okay, let me share the stream. We organized today. Very organized. And I'm going to get rid of the other one. The story before this, because fuck it. Okay, so chat, how's everyone doing? I'm seeing loads of people spamming positive things. The chat's going wild right now. I appreciate everyone. You, Martin, first commenter, and all of the people that aren't in chat right now. Okay, I'm just gonna be talking to myself for the next little bit. Who knows, maybe someone will pop in. I guess we'll see. But I'm a yapper, so I don't give a fuck. This is pretty much just because I started off in like the trap type beat hip hop scene before I moved into like a bit more obscure boom bap kind of things. And Daniel Blue in the chat. Blah, 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 blah. welcome. But no, as I was saying, I started in the like trap type beat scene, and it was just the biggest dream I could ever have was getting a genius breakdown, and I guess this is at the moment the nearest thing for me. I'm just going to yap about how I made the beats, and I can show you the vocals as well. and I'm just gonna talk to myself, geek out for a bit to what I did, because I'm actually quite happy with the EP, um, which is the first time I'm ever saying that about a project that I've released. So big up to me. And I'm just gonna let my ADHD just kind of spasm for a little bit while we go through all of the tracks. Yeah, let me know if anyone cares, anyone gives a fuck. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. And yeah, we run it. So, track one, Different Swag. Of course, the EP is called Different Swag. Um, I didn't really have a name for it, but I liked the name Different Swag of this track. And I was just going through all of the tracks, and it was like Different Swag. I like the quote that I created myself because I'm the genius, of course. I like I have the quote, swag ain't just the clothes on your body, be different. I wrote that down in my notes a while ago. And I thought that was just kind of cool. So different swag, just have swag. And Justin Bieber copied my drift. So you see how influential the swag is. But yeah, Different Swag, the first song off the project. It starts with the Ableton metronome sound. That's all it is. That's how it starts. I sampled that straight from the project. And then the main thing that comes in is the bass guitar. It's Modo bass. Pretty much 4 out of 5 tracks you'll see of the EP is made with this plugin. Like the main thing is Modo bass. Here I have Studio Upright together with the punk bass that I then edited. I'm not really sure what I did, but I layered these two and then threw a fuck ton of distortion on it through Guitar Rig. So this is the original. But then with a bit of compression and the Guitar Rig. Oh, that's just an... Whoa. That in itself is fucking sick. And I mean the bass line is the most simple thing ever. I mean... I love how the album resonates so well with the season you release it in. It's so saturated and colorful. You see the vision? It was actually supposed to be released a little bit earlier, a little more when it was just a bit more summery. That's why it's so saturated, so colorful. The blue and yellow really are the standout. And that's funny, I didn't even think about it. It's near enough this blue that is like one of the main colors. My fucking face cam. Wait, give me a second. Hope it's focused now. Yeah. But no, blue and yellow, super saturated. But yeah, so I love that bass. And then I'll just solo the beats. The drums are super fucking simple, but I'll get to that in a second. The main thing that then comes in is just a breath perk. I have no idea where I got it from. And it's super saturated. Everything's super saturated. This is the original. And this whole beat is just straight up Guitar Rig. Yes, sir. Guitar Rig 7. A free plugin, which is fire as fuck. And that's pretty much the beginning. Super simple. Nothing too complex. And then the drums kick. And that's an Ableton stock drum kit. And it's straight up, it's it's completely quantized. Completely quantized, super simple, boom, cut, boom, 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 cut, boom, super hip-hoppy, and yeah, straightforward. And that, to be fair, makes up near enough the whole beat throughout the whole song. I have another stock Ableton drum kit that plays a crash. Oh no, it's a stab. The foot, I thought that was a crash. My bad. And just a super simple hi-hat. It's a 2-step, but I get rid of a few here and there. Shit's fire. And that's near enough the whole beat for the whole entire time. We switch up to just the bass. I mean, there's not many different things going on. That's pretty much the whole thing. But there's one thing that I added after I had made the whole song, and I was like, it needs something else. And an 808. I added an 808 into the chorus. So here, first all of the bass goes away. As you see, originally it was in, but I turned it off. And then I have an 808 come in, and that with the vocals, I think that goes underappreciated. People don't realize that enough. I'm after dip because I'm with my missus. Hey, fuck you. No, okay. Good luck. Send her my best wishes. Good luck though, and I'll watch the rest tomorrow. Good night, baby girl. I love you, Daniel Blue. Daniel Blue, he wanted the homies. Yes, sir. I mean, no one else watching this shit right now, but I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. I'm gonna keep rattling on. Okay, so 808 comes in.
I'm at the top. Yeah, I'm at the top. I'm at the top.
I'm gonna get into the vocals in a minute, but the 808 goes underappreciated, and just with the distortion, it sits so this distortion just sits so nicely, and I mix it so Solo Seeker preset if you want to use it. And what I do is I group it. So here's the sauce. I group it so that you have two parallel sources, and then one you keep clean and one you throw the distortion on. So this is the clean. I'll show it with the bass. And then this is with the distortion. Layer them, and you keep the low, because once you throw guitar rig on it, a bit of the low end disappears. So you want to keep that. So if you have parallel chains, then you keep both the low end and you distort the high end. And it just fills it out so nicely. And I feel like it did the same with the 808. And then goes back into a verse. Pretty much it's just fuck the numbers. People will catch up eventually. Peace and love, Daniel Bloom. I'll see you soon. And you better be streaming soon again, because you being a bitch ass with it. I want to see more Daniel Blue streams. Hey, everyone in chat, yo. Force Daniel Blue to stream more. But yeah, no. Love Daniel Blue. But yeah, again, so here the 808 comes in, and it just... I thought I'd just finish with the bass, kind of switch it over. I mean, it's simple. Y'all see it. It's what? It says 10, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 channels, pretty much, on the beats. If you exclude the metronome in the beginning. So 7 in total. It's super simple, but then you go to the vocals, and then, I mean, it's not too complex. I've had worse, or I say worse. I've had it more sporadic, but you have the main, and I took 4. I should have just put it all on 1. I was a weird one, and then yeah, okay, and then the vocals. So originally, what's quite interesting, I can show here.
Make my entrance look fly.
It started like this.
Make my entrance look fly. This ain't improvised. This is
with like the main vocal coming in instantly, together with the doubles.
Make my entrance look fly. This ain't improvised.
But it sounded a bit weird.
To come back and show.
Because I like build it up, and as you'll hear in the original song, you only hear the doubles, which is something you don't really do, but we're doing it now.
To come back and show you that I'm that guy. This is 10,000 out.
And it's like as if you have the two doubles, and you see doubles, so they pan completely left and right, so it's super wide. So it's as if you have two people standing quite far away from each other, but then I all of a sudden come from the back, and the middle one just pushes through and kind of pushes the other ones to the back. So it's two different people, and the middle guy just appears.
This is 10,000 hours.
And just with the stab that comes in, it's like such fucking aura.
Show you that I'm that guy.
And let me show you that I'm that guy. Like it matches with the lyrics. I'm a Genius.
Show you that I'm that guy. This is 10,000 hours that I've applied. So it's so.
They have some extra doubles.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy. This is 10,000 hours that I've applied. So it's
dying.
okay, you don't get what I imply. I see what you're doing. At
And
least
here's
you
an
try.
ad lib that you just don't hear in the song in the final once all the compression and limiting and all that kind of stuff pops up. It's
That's me.
that's me.
Cannot compete to the other side.
That's
Walking
me.
this ish,
Like you can kind of hear it if you know it's there, but if you don't know it's there, then you just don't hear it.
but you cannot compete to the other side. Walking this ish, different swag on me. How you ain't pay me back, you in debt to me. Fuck my.
And I'm not gonna do a lyric breakdown, y'all. It's not the most like the lyrics are straightforward. I mean, it was just flows and rapping. The lyrics themselves in this EP aren't the most deep. I say what I'm feeling. I say what I'm thinking. I say what sounds good. But expect in later projects that to switch up. The
Walking
lyrics
this
are
ish,
deep.
getting so much cash, now my money making money.
But the main theme of this project is really the style of the doubles. The way that I experimented and eventually got a sound of doubles. I'm not sure if people really realize that, but over the whole EP, except for the last song, I guess. But that's just a different switch up, and I think it kind of ties it all round nicely and kind of gives context to all of the other songs. I'll get to that in a minute. But the doubles,
Getting
just
so much.
the wide and many doubles,
Getting so much cash, now my money making money.
and just super playful and like loads of expression.
Getting so much cash, now my money.
Just super wide as well, like completely, as you see here. Oh, you don't see that. Hey yo, you see my door now, but here, left, right, completely panned. Yeah, there we are. So here,
Bitch, I'm at the top, I'm at the top. Yeah, I'm at the.
and switching the at the top.
Bitch, I'm at the top, I'm at the top. Yeah, I'm at the top. I'm at the top. Yeah, I'm at the top.
Super simple. This chorus was freestyle. That's why you'll see the two different choruses are different because they were both freestyle. Like I knew, like the first one,
Even half up and bitch, I'm at the summit.
Oh.
I'm at the top.
because bitch, I'm at the summit, and I was like, I'm at the top. I'm at the top, and this was just pure
Even half
freestyle.
up and bitch, I'm at the summit. I'm at the top, bitch. I'm at the top. I'm at the top, bitch. Yeah, I'm at the top. I'm at the top, bitch. Yeah, I'm at the top. You still at the bottom, yeah, bitch. I'm at the top.
I wonder what.
You still at the bottom, yeah, bitch. I'm at the top. I'm at the top. Yeah, I'm at the top.
I don't know why it was
I'm at
cut
the top. Yeah, I'm at the top. I'm at the top, yeah, bitch. I'm at the top. When I was young, I wanted to see LA. Now.
Am I using a CLA on this? I use way too many plugins to mix my vocals. CLA. Now my vocals on a CLA. Like 2A. Yes, sir. Okay,
Vocals on a CLA like two-way. Spell like Potter with a bolt on my head like Usain no.
okay, this is also something I'm going to need to get into. The saturation, which is also, again, something that defines this EP in sound. But let me see if I miss anything. No. Okay. So, one thing that I did with pretty much every single track, again, other than the last track, is I put a decapitator on vocals
Today, think about tomorrow.
and automated it. Okay, where's the... So here...
Today, don't wanna hear shit till you gone,
You
done,
hear
done it.
the
If
vocals
this amount of race,
distort.
let me see you reach the top. Ain't even half up, and bitch, I'm at the summit.
And
I'm at the top, bitch. I'm
it's
at
gone. And that's just... That defines the sound of this EP together with the wide doubles, is the tension build-up of saturation in my vocals to then just completely drop to keep things moving and flowing. It's just, yeah. So it's, you see the line going up from, again, here I do the split chain, the parallel chains, to still have the regular vocal come through,
top. Ain't even half up, and top.
but
Ain't
just a layer on top of it, the saturation, so that it doesn't do anything with the clean vocal, just to fill it up more. And then I'd put two widers on it just to make it even wider, I guess, and the EQ in the lows and the highs. And I mean, that's pretty much it. It doesn't go that deep.
Top, I'm at the top, I'm at the top. He may or may not be at the top right now.
Mike, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. I'm just going through all of the tracks. We just finished up the first track of the EP. But no, the distortion, it's just one of those things where it just gives a little flavor to it. It gives a tension and release.
Race, let me see you reach the top. Ain't even half up, and bitch, I'm at the summit. I'm at the top, bitch. I'm at.
So yeah, I think it's cool. People don't really realize it at first glance, I'm pretty sure. But it's cool. Going into track 2. What's track 2? I don't remember the lineup. It's Into Loose Lips. Let me grab that real quick. Okay. So that was the first track. Different swag. No, don't save it. And this will be the second track, Loose Lips. This is off the EP, the first track that I made. So it's not in chronological order of what I made, of when I made it, but oh well. So this song was actually first a different song. I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I have no idea what the name is. Okay, here we go. As you see, I said I get more chaotic with the vocals, and that's what I mean with this one. There are so many vocals here. All of this here is vocals. Let me get rid of all of the mastering. It's turned off already, but still. And I need to give y'all sound. And I do that through this plugin. Shout out Restream, because otherwise y'all couldn't hear what I was playing right now. Okay, let me double check that you can hear. Y'all can't hear that at the moment. Fire. Local broadcast. Still can't hear it. Why doesn't it? Local broadcast. Why doesn't it just stay?
Bring fake chain, but the watch real watch. Don't need a big whip.
We managed. Okay. For a second I got scared there. Again, we'll start with the beat. I have something else in it that I didn't keep. I can't remember. This is a vocal or a sound bite.
What advice could you give to kids about?
Oh, the Kendrick. This is Kendrick Lamar.
And how could they stay authentic while pursuing your path?
It's a great question.
So that was originally in the song.
What advice could you give to kids about not being like anyone else? And how
Let me
could they
turn it
stay
up,
authentic
volume
while
wise.
pursuing your path?
It's a great question.
So that's in the original song. But I thought it was a little too cringy and just like copyright shit. You never know what you're going to deal with. So I decided not to keep it in. But I don't know. I do like it listening back to it. Then again, the main thing in this track is modo bass. The same thing, as the previous track, and the next track's modo bass just created this whole EP. So again, just a bass line. Again, this other one was super simple. It's modo bass and a simple bass line and hard drums. Though that's how the beats were made here. So and I start the beat with a low cut, high pass, same thing. So there's no bass, but then when it comes in here, all of the bass comes in. So then we have in the intro an effect, no idea where I got it from. Thought it sounded cool. And then a breath. I like my breath sounds in beats. I usually do it in the vocals as well, but yeah. It just gives that bounce. It's just like, it's just sounds good. Ha. And then as you can see, the drums is a drum break. I mean, you can instantly hear it. Let me see. This is the original. And this is, and it's pitched down one, so the actual original would be this. pitch it down one, and then layer it with all of the other drums. I mean, it's the other than this is ka, ka, ka. And what you'll see here is that I shifted the sounds, so like timing wise, so that they don't happen exactly on beat. So this one you'll hear, if I played with a metronome, you'll hear it's way after the metronome. But if you play it with all of the other sounds, it sounds good. Like, it doesn't sound out of place. Then I think this will be the kick. It's weird kick, but it worked. It's a record scratch. It sounded good. It's a record, like, you know when you go that's the kick. Shit's fire. Kyo, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? How's life? Welcome. We're breaking down the EP, the beats, the vocals, everything. We're on track 2, Loose Lips. Just explaining what I did, what I was thinking, why I did it, and just nerding out pretty much. So welcome. Then, other than drums wise, other than what happened before, a two-step hi-hat pattern comes in. Yeah, super simple, completely on beat, super quantized, but sounds cool. And as you hear, a piano comes in. Another sound that I use loads, or plugin that I use loads during the production of this EP was Vault's Beta. Free plugin, completely free. The piano sounds sick. And this is with an EQ. Sounds sick. Now the auto re-enable. And it just, all it does is play the bass line. And it just gives that extra little layer. And then this is a thing that I feel like people look over too much. So, a super dissonant chord. I don't even know what it's an E. Is it an E? I don't even know what this chord is, but it sounds cool. Super dissonant, but the thing is, it resolves to the 1. And the 1 happens here, so like it's dissonant and it resolves, but not to a chord, but just to a note. And it's like everything goes away. And it resolves, and it's like, it's something subtle, but I thought it was really cool. And for the rest, that's near enough the whole beat. Again, the Vaults plugin, but then this time, oh, it's the same piano sound, but then just with a decapitator on it, distorting the fuck out of everything. As you can tell, I like my distortion. So, that's the beat. Fucking hell, the vocals. Yeah.
Fuck.
So here, as a rapper, you gotta be all like macho and whatnot. So
Yo. Motherfucker.
yeah,
Yo.
yow. And then
Fake
again,
ring, fake chain, but the watch real.
the whole thing that makes this EP, or makes the sound, or one of the key factors, I should say, not the whole thing, is the doubles. I do so many doubles in this EP. Here you see I'm doing 5 doubles at one time. On top of the chorus. So this is... And just trying to get that super playful, super... yeah. Like serious, but not serious. Like the beats slap hard enough that I can go playful and it to sound cool.
Comparison, new fit, new who this? Copycats trying to find blueprints. Round me, there
And
ain't.
again, my mixing is fucking ass. I just throw a whole bunch of plugins on it until it sounds good. Like, this is way too many plugins to be mixing with, because I also have like everywhere, not everywhere, I guess, but like a whole bunch of different plugins throughout the before it even hits the chain. But it sounds good. The end result. And sauce for vocals, especially hip-hop vocals, but I do it to pretty much all vocals. Create a bus. I don't work with buses. I don't like it. But for vocals, and if you ask why no buses, as I said in the first track, I create a double chain, like a parallel chain on the sound, just because I don't like having one reverb for all sounds. I want every single reverb to sound and react different. But for this, I have a bus. You can't really see it at the moment here. With Avox Duo comes with Antares bundle, and it's pretty much just a doubler. Now I use double 4, but I used to use Avox Duo. They both just, like a chorus, it just creates multiple. It grabs the sound, it grabs the vocal, creates 4 different signals and pans them and creates a chorus effect. And I just throw that onto the vocals, or I send the vocals to that. And it just widens them. It makes them just a little bit thicker, which I really like. For the rest, yeah, not that much going on. Whole bunch of compression. Soothe is a fucking banging plugin. If you don't have it, grab it. And I think that's pretty much this track. There's not that much more going on. Yeah. Just a whole bunch of drum layers here and a simple bass line.
Bring fake chamber.
So I'm gonna grab the next song. What's the next song? For the Best. Yes, that's the one. Let me open it real quick. So now we've done different swag. We've done Loose Lips now, and I'm loading up For the Best. This was one, I'd say, off my whole EP. This is my least favorite one. Not because I think it's bad. It doesn't always hit. It hits, definitely, but it doesn't always hit. Oh, y'all heard that. That was the vocal processing. Okay. Again, let me get rid of some of the mastering just for now. And let me add restream again so y'all can hear it. Local broadcast.
Jump in my car,
Can
put
you
the
hear it?
album on.
Yes, you
Sitting
can.
back.
Okay. And again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Modo bass. Big up. And this is the standard preset, the 60s P bass. 4 out of 5 tracks were like the bass is from Modo bass. And then I add a Saturn, just saturation, and an EQ, just to dip out a not really a resonant frequency, but it still just a frequency that I didn't really like. Without it, just gives the fullness. And then again, Volt, Beta, this time the core synth presets. These are all the presets that come with it. And then saturation knob, just saturating it to shit. Oh, but the preset hasn't. It ain't working at the moment. I'm not sure what's here. But the saturation doesn't work at the moment. We love to see it, but this is saturated in the original. Yeah. But yeah, so those two together. Let me grab it here. Playing the same thing, only the lead goes up an octave the 3rd and 4th time round. Super simple. As I say, simple bass line, distortion, and hard-hitting drums. Again, I love me a good drum break to fill in, and then just to layer it. Apparently here I didn't even fucking bother to layer. I just straight up used the drum break. And I love that it's not just kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. As you hear, that's not what's going on. Kick, snare, kick, snare, kick. Like, there's so much going on. It's so unorthodox. It's still 4/4, and it's not massively complex, but it's just not what you expect. And that makes the flows that I can then vocally do on top of it so much more interesting than simple a kick that just follows the rhythm of the
Jump in my car, put it up.
just because if you grab a drum break, the kicks usually don't hit that hard. Snares you should also layer, but realistically it's the kicks that need to
Jump
hit
in my
hard.
car, put
Let me mute the vocals for a second. A simple swell effect, and so this is actually just a bass. Sounds great, but I just pitched it up loads and added loads of effects. You see how like the sound design is what really makes this EP come together, and all of the saturation. So yeah, begin with Trash, free plugin, great distortion. Saturn 2, even more distortion than an EQ, a delay, reverb, wider, and a saturation knob to give it even more saturation. And the saturation knob is turned to 10, like it can't go any more. So much distortion on this. And the delay, the ping pong delay, just kind of makes it whole. Because just fills up nicely. Then yet again, you'll see a pattern, a two-step hi-hat pattern. Ha, get it? You'll see a pattern. I'm a lyrical genius, I know. But yeah, so that just goes everything layered together. Then this comes in. The bass that I've just pitched up massively. And then we get another vault. What's this? This is the piano this time. And this is actually the first time I make a counter melody. We're in track 3 and this is the first counter melody we have. Again, nothing complex. We're keeping the beat simple, but I just felt like it added a little bit of... It's like the drums are asporadic and this is all over the place as well. And then I got this clavinet sample. And it's... Yeah, I heard it. And it's so dark. And it just... hits in the chest, and then of course just you grab Trash, plug in, whole bunch of EQ, saturation. It's pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same chain as this bass note, but just tweaked slightly. So just being lazy there. Don't do any extra work if it's not needed, and that just all comes together neatly. Oh, and it's the clavinet sample that has the whistle. You hear the whistle, but I didn't like the way that this like crashes in, but I like the whistle. And I kind of chopped it up here and there, but like let's see. It like goes on for a while. Weird as fuck, but I just grabbed that little bit and put it in the track. And it just filled it out nicely. I mean, everything's simple, but everything has its purpose, and that's how I like to do things. I do get like a lot of like, I go to music production school, and one of the things that I get is that my beats are too empty. that they need more, but I feel like the vocals do too much to fill the beat up. Like, if I'd add loads more to the beat, then the vocals just wouldn't have their place. Because the vocals, like, this isn't too bad. This is what? Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles, so 6 at a time. Like, you can't be having 6 vocals on top of each other with a beat that's super full. Again, gotta... And here, where, again, there's somewhere that there's distortion running. Is it here? Yeah, so again, parallel chain, and then automating the saturation.
I used to jump in my car, put the album on.
And these intro ad-libs just super saturated out of, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the fuck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, on 8 out of, I thought this was 10. What's Ableton? What's Ableton? So I know some people in chat don't really produce music. They're not like that musically talented like the guy in it right now, Serum. Appreciate you though. Lovely dude, but I know that music just isn't really your thing. Ableton is what they call a DAW. And I know you won't know what that is. That's a digital audio workspace or workstation. Workstation? I don't know. But it's pretty much a thing, and there in that you can make music, but it wouldn't be for you, trust me. Logically, that wouldn't make sense. You get me? Yeah, I'm here with Make-A-Wish. Damn, okay. That's good to hear. I hope you get better soon. So yeah. But no, vocals.
Hey.
Distortion. Gotta love it.
Jump in my car, put the album on. Sitting back, listen, front to back.
And again, just the panning super wide. You'll see it here, 40 left, 40 right. Just getting playful. This one is a bit more serious and dark compared to the rest, but that's why it kind of changes pace. Your can be foggy dog. Yeah, it's fucking a 10 euro fucking cam. Fucking deal with it. Unless you want to pay me. Sub. I don't know. You can't sub. How do you give me money? I don't know. Give me money.
Kid fucking speaking his mind. Now know I'm about the glory that's about to. I'm a deadbeat son. With props to my dad. Say
fire. Nothing that special. Here again. Doubles. Doubles on doubles.
But I won't show it.
Just fucking playing with it. Like, the beat hits hard enough to just 10 your... Yes.
Many faces while my
beat hit hard, so vocals playful.
Cause I know I'm gonna lose them. Ain't paying more than 210. Like a beaver, they always go down.
And then the tension and release. I already said it before, but the tension and release of just saturation building up, that's such a thing of this EP that I stylistically so liked.
Like a beaver, they always go down. Who the fuck is you?
You see the saturation.
Some fake ass bitch is what I can't stand. You said that I couldn't, bitch, how I can.
Just
couldn't, bitch, how I can.
Slight details, but they make it work. And then here you'll see WhatsApp audio. Swag ain't just the clothes on your body. Be different. It didn't really get the effect that I wanted it to, but I thought I'd record it through my phone so that it's like a voice memo, so that it has that quality. It didn't exactly get to the point where I wanted it to be, but it did its job. Because that's the whole point of why this project is called Different Swag. Of course, the first song is Different Swag, but I also wrote this down in my notes a while before. I was like, I got to do something with it. So, swag ain't just the clothes on your body. Be different. And then the next song starts, and it's such a good transition. That's one thing that I really worked on. Is before I never thought about a transition from one song to another when it came to an EP or album or whatever. but this time I tried to time it correctly. Those, if you listen to it on Spotify, it always has that little pause. But if you just listen front to back and all of the files front to back, it just sounds so good. Let me look. So the next song, I've got it here as Showboat, which is quite funny. For the people that don't know, I like to write my songs, or write my verses at least, to YouTube type beats. Just I load up a YouTube type beat and I'm like, fuck it, we run. And then write my verses to that. Oh, fuck, I can hear myself. And the beat that I wrote this to was called Showboat. So that's why this song is called Showboat. But then I was like, fuck it, I can make a better beat than that. So I did, and that's this now. So the verses were written to the beat Showboat. You can find it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's a Dochi type beat. But yeah. Here, again, you see all of the doubles. You see everything that's going on. But we'll get into that in just a minute. You all need to be able to hear it, which means I need to open Restream again. I should have done this beforehand, but oh well. We hear now. Can you hear that? Yes, you can. Okay. So, this beat... this is my favorite song off the EP. I'm excited to break this one down. You can see this one has a few more layers than the rest. The others were all like 7 tracks or whatever. This one actually goes down to 20. So, Heebie-Jeebie is removed from Spotify. Yes, I know. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. Tukulo is gone. Sorry is gone. I can run through it quickly. So, I started off with Money Kills Creativity. Then I went into Not For Everyone 1, 2, and 3. So those were the 4 mixtapes that I had brought out onto Spotify in my run up to this EP. Freebie Jeebie. I've never heard that before. But they were the lead up to this EP. I started in 2021 with Money Kills Creativity, and then every year I put up a Not For Everyone after that. And they were projects of everything that I had made in a year. So I just spent a year making songs, just fucking about, doing whatever I wanted, no limits, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then I started music production school. And I thought, okay, I need to make some more serious stuff. I need to like lock in pretty much. Young Penna, what's up, Gangalanch? Yo, what's up? Welcome to the chat. We breaking down the EP. Appreciate you being here. But I was explaining. So Not For Everyone was pretty much just what do I make in a year, uploaded to Spotify. Productions weren't great. The beats were all right. The ideas weren't completely there. I was pretty much just stealing other people's ideas and making them my own, which a good artist always steals, but not in the way that I was doing it. And this EP was pretty much just a clean slate, and that's why I deleted everything before this EP, just because I wasn't proud. I also said at the beginning of the stream, this EP is the first EP or project that I put onto Spotify, and I was like, yes, this is something I'm proud of. That's why I'm breaking down the beats, because there's cool shit in it that people don't notice, and people need to notice. So I just thought I'm going to do it this way. And Joey Valence and Bray did it, or Joey Valence did it. So I'm doing it now. But beat 4, track 4, what's it called? I have it here, Showboat. I don't know the song name. Who gonna tell him? That was it. Okay, I don't even know my own songs. And again, we're 4 out of 4, and every single beat starts with Modo Bass. Modo Bass is the whole EP. Except for the last track, which we'll get into in a minute. It's the default preset, the 60s bass. I don't think I even did too much to it. Okay. It builds up. I forgot I had a automation on it. And I genuinely was just playing around with the keyboard, and the timing is so wacky, but I recorded it and I was like, fucking hell, this is sick. And that's all it, and then a distortion, of course, gotta have distortion, or saturation technically. Then I found this, you'll see weirdo shit. I found this sample and I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to make it work. Because timing wise, it just doesn't fit. But it sounds cool. And if you know me as a producer, I love a sample in the beginning that makes you think the song is going to go in one direction. And then, one direction. And then flipping it completely in a different direction. I do it in many productions. If you know me, I'm straight jazzing right now. So it's kind of like, okay, slow, not really sure where it's going. And then the bass kind of rises. It's not the smoothest, I'll admit. But... and it just hits. Okay, let me turn it up just a little bit. So, and it just goes... and I keep the sample in it. Okay, then the intro, just a drum loop that builds up. It's nowhere else in the song. Just a little... just a weird percussion. I like that. It's just, it builds up a little bit of tension because it's weird. And then super simple drums. And the fill, I mean, it's simple fill. Nothing special here. And then, yeah, let me see. Where's the drums? Let me first grab the drums before I go into the vocal sample in it. Drum loop. I like me a drum loop. And this, it's a fucking fire drum loop. Then another drum loop. Super boom bappy hi-hat that I go into a two-step as every other song so far. What's this? An open hi-hat. And then kick and snare. I'm pretty sure. Boom. Yeah. Super simple. Nothing special happening altogether. But this is cool. This is cool. Trust me. So in Serato sample, I loaded in.
Now let's go around the world in 80 ways in space as we capture the international flavor of the Seattle World's Fair in the
This
sky.
is fire. You can't tell me
Here
this
are
is not fire.
scientific crossroads that symbolize the international spirit of space age tomorrow.
That's fire. Okay. And I just grabbed the breath. You at one point, let me see. Where is it? What's the note? That's fire. Okay. And then an H delay, and I love a 1/8 dotted delay. Oh, I use it on pretty much every song. You barely hear it, but it's fire. Okay, does the beat do anything interesting? Oh, and then, okay, so then we have a serum lead. And it's just a straight up, the fuck is this even? Is that a sawtooth? I don't know my fucking not sound waves, my wavetables. But it's fire. And again, just, this is super loose played. This is very just loose and played, both the bass and this lead on a MIDI keyboard to just give it a bit of swing. And it's very much just the drum sound, the drum breaks carrying the groove. And just the vocal samples in the drums give the bounce. And that's pretty much the whole beat. fire. And then vocals, just a whole bunch of doubles, saturation, all of that again, the same formula that I followed.
Hey, hey. Big headed, leaning like I'm about to lose balance.
And this just comes together so nicely. Like compared to all of the other songs, this was the very last song I made of the project. And it was at the beginning I was experimenting with sound. And with this song, I knew what the sound was, I knew what I wanted, and I knew what it missed. It missed that one song that just kind of tied it really, that tied the sound together. With it, brother, I can't speak anymore. Without this song, I don't think the sound would have been as understood as it was. And the video of this one is my favorite. I did a snippet video for every single song, and I feel like this one was good. I like them all. They all matched the vibe of the song, which I'm really happy with. But this one just works.
Hey.
As I said, I love my breathing, like a breath, or just whatever. In every song, I have to hide it somewhere.
Big headed, leaning like I'm about to lose balance. New shoes, new press, go that a New Balance. Sounding boring as fuck, you need a.
And it just starts off one, like a main vocal, and that's it, just to kind of.
Headed, leaning like I'm about to lose balance.
Let it build
new
up.
shoes,
Still, the vocal itself is full enough to grab the attention.
Big headed, leaning like I'm about to lose balance. New shoes, new press, go that a New Balance. Sounding boring as hard work, grow to
doubles
talent.
come.
You a face that the world gon' forget. The harder you work is, wanted to work less. Gonna be there soon,
Again,
it's a part of
super
the process. Making big moves, but I don't see no
And then the chorus just widens.
problem and undress. Who gon' tell them that we really give a fuck about this
Start
shit?
subtle.
Who gon' tell them that we ain't fucking stopping this shit? Who gon'
But
tell them
again,
that
you
we
have
gonna
two
take
vocals
control of the
panned
wheel?
completely, or not completely.
So what's the deal?
Nearly
Who gon'
completely
tell them
left
that it's
and right.
really finna gonna be real? Who gon' tell them when it's stop,
Super
please,
wide.
that will be chill? Who gon' tell them that I'm ready, steady?
And then this was actually not in the original version of the song, but I added it last minute because I felt like the chorus needed something. And I nearly didn't put this in. I thought it was a little cringe, to be fair, but it needed something, so.
Gonna be real. Who gon' tell them when it's stop, please, that will be chill? Who gon' tell them that I'm ready, steady, aiming to kill? So what's the deal?
Oh, and that, where is it? Is it?
Gonna be aiming to kill. So what's aiming to kill?
These, yeah. I love that.
Ready, steady, aiming to kill. So ready, steady, aiming to kill. So what's the deal? Big dreams falling apart.
And then comes back to mono pretty much, and wide to mono, and just,
Lying ass bitch. Ain't saying sorry, I don't need a fucking reason.
just beat
Say sorry even when I'm not, that's how I do it, ho. A lying ass bitch. Ain't saying sorry, I don't need a fucking reason to
I'm a genius at times.
aiming to kill. Huh. Hey.
And here you expect the line.
That will be chill. Who gon' tell them that I'm ready, steady, aiming to kill?
So what's the deal? That's what's supposed to come out from
Aiming
it.
to
But you
kill.
expect it,
Huh. Hey.
and it doesn't come. I'm edgy,
Hey.
y'all.
Hey.
Pause.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Hey. Just something for live performances so that the outro doesn't seem as long. And pretty much the only reason why I kept it in is because I wanted to keep these. I had 2 bars that I wanted to work into the song, and I thought it sounded fire at the end. But it sounds weird if I don't have something leading up to it. If I just keep it,
I said 2026.
that just kind of comes in weird. So I had these.
Hey. Hey.
And for live, it's just cool to like dance.
Hey. 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 I said 2026 is gonna be my bitch, and I'm showing y'all now I got reasons for this shit.
Yes, sir. So if anyone doesn't know, if you ain't a true fan, I had a song called "Back in the Scene" on Not For Everyone 1, and it's one of my favorite songs from the whole Not For Everyone era. It's one that I always perform, or used to always perform when I did Not For Everyone performances. And what's this? What 2026 is going to be my year is one of the lines in it. I'm trying to think of the everything around it. What's it? What did I say? What's the song title? Back in the Scene. Do I have the original Back in the Scene? I don't know what this is. Real boom bap shit. This is 2021, 4 years ago, when I just started like rapping properly. Here. Time, yeah, that's my year. 2026, give me time, yeah, that's my year. Next year, y'all see me. But yeah, that's why
I said 2026 is gonna be my bitch, and I'm showing y'all now I got reasons for this shit.
aura, straight aura, and it leads so nicely into the next song, which is the last one. And I'm dying. Let me start it up real quick, and then I'll tell you the story. So I was busy on the EP, and I was like, I know what the sound is, I know what I want to do, but it needs something else. It can't just be the same sound. We have now 4 songs that sound sonically very much the same, though they're very different. They have the same techniques, tricks, everything. I keep hearing myself. You don't hear it, but I hear myself when I open a project. Give me 1 second. But pretty much, I wanted something different. And I was listening to a whole bunch of Joey Badass at the time. And I just wanted some jazzy sample rap. I just needed something like that. I love it. I love listening to it. I was listening to it loads in this period. And I knew I just needed something to kind of tie the EP up on a more personal level. Like, this is, the whole EP is like flexing and wordplay and just bars. And I needed something of like, hey, I'm a person too, you know. And I was doing a whole bunch of looking for samples, and all of the samples just weren't hitting. I did so much digging, samplets, everything, YouTube, going through the crates, and I couldn't find anything. But I found this one, George Duke, Sweet Bite. And let me see. Can y'all hear it? Yeah, you can. And it's just the intro to the song. It's such a good song. I'm jazzing. I'm jazzing right now. Everywhere. Jazzing. But yeah, so that song. And I heard it, and I was like, that's it. That's why you'll see here, this might be the one. I was like, because I was looking for samples. I had made loads of beats in this style, and it just didn't work. And then pretty much drum loops, or I started with a drum loop. Super chill. Like, this is so Joey Badass coded as well. But it's exactly what I was looking for. And then a drum fill. So this all is just straight samples, break beats. Then I added a kick underneath it. As I say, oftentimes you'll find a drum sample, a drum loop or whatever, and the kick just won't be hitting. So I then just layer the kick. And just the bounce, the perk, just keeps it flowing. And then that was pretty much the whole beat. Super simple. I just wanted to... It's the cutouts that keep things moving and keep things interesting. But I found last minute of making the beat just a reverby delayed guitar, like kind of imitating a flexitone nearly. This is the original. This is After Effects. And then it plays a tone, which it just works. And this is it, the whole beat. Again, this is a super simple beat as the rest of them. Only track 4 was a bit complicated. And here the vocals are, though it's a bit scattered how I've recorded them, it's a main, which I used fucking 5 tracks for it, but I only really needed 1 or 2. Ad-libs, only really needed 1 track here, and then the doubles.
Been a little stressed out.
And this, not the no saturation. Yes, I have wide doubles, but it doesn't take the forefront. It's not the sound of the song. So it's sonically way different than all of the other tracks. But lyrically, I think it ties up the EP quite nicely. And it's like it's a nice goodbye. Like a thank you for listening, goodbye. And just showing I'm human too. Like after everything I say in the EP, I'm human too.
Been a little stressed out.
Still doing good though. See the rings from my eyes and on my photos. And it's genuinely just what I was kind of going through and thinking about in that period. Again, way too many plugins. I'm getting better at mixing, and I'm very happy with how it all sounds, but I'm using so many different plugins to get to that point, which not a bad thing, definitely not a bad thing. I just want to get better at mixing so I can use less plugins to get to the point that I am happy with.
If I'm a homo, could take it as an insult to me. That
and that's I've realized that's a line that kind of grabs attention. It's a funny one, but it's also like I've genuinely experienced it. So, but I can see the humor in it, and it catches you off guard.
It's making people wonder if I'm a homo, life a fucking roller coaster. Or yo-yo
outfits making people wonder if I'm a homo. It's if you dress well. It's even just slight things like I always tuck my shirt into my jeans, always, and it's stuff like that people are like, that's kind of gay, and I'm like, brother, the fuck, but no, and it's also like I've in my past worn like crop tops and shit, and that more understandable, but let your boy be.
Roller coaster or yo-yo outfits making people wonder if I'm a homo, could take it as an insult to me. That shit's a compliment.
And there as well, it's kind of like that. The whole thing of like, oh, you're just saying I have style. Like that's your whole point.
If I'm a homo, could take it as an insult to me. That shit's a compliment. Been looking back at my accomplishments. Feel I deserve a monument.
So give me a fucking monument. Again, it's also just humor tying into it, not being like too serious.
Fast, red lights up on the dash. Sometimes you gotta turn right just to go left. You had to.
Again, have fun with it. Sometimes you gotta steer right to go turn right.
On the dash. Sometimes you gotta turn right
just to go left. Sometimes you gotta turn right just to go left. Cars quotes. That's straight out of Cars. It's about drifting. Sometimes you gotta turn right just to go left. If you turn right in a drift, you go left, and that's a Cars reference.
It's up on the dash. Sometimes you gotta turn right just to go left. You had a lot to say,
but it's also just so real at the same time.
On the dash. Sometimes you gotta.
And again, the breaths.
Check it. Just to go left. You had a lot to say, and
that's really become like a go-to ad-lib for me. I never used to say it. Like it only came about in the last few months. But I love a quick check it.
Life was moving fast, red lights up on the dash. Sometimes you gotta turn right just to go left. You had a lot to say, and now there's nothing more left. I'm lost for words, watching bridges burn. It's kinda scary not knowing when it's gonna be your turn. So don't hate me when I'm living day to day. Don't ask me about tomorrow, I ain't made it through today. When I grab the pen and paper, no, I ain't come here to play. I came in for my future and I know I wanna stay. I got money on my mind until I'm fucking rich.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, is this
Big sea of fish, yet I'm looking for.
here? I had a slight feeling it was here. I've originally finished it with a different verse, or what's it, 8 bar, 4 bar.
Big sea of fish, yet I'm looking for the right one. Strike one, might hit her up, Mike Tyson. Hey, Billie Jean, you know that's not. Maybe it is still running like bison. Can't stop running when all.
See, you kind of see I didn't really know what I was doing. That's just a reference vocal. I'm not sure if is this just the same take? It most likely is.
Turn. So don't hate me when I'm living day to day. Don't ask me about tomorrow, I ain't made it through today. When
But
I
yeah,
grab the
I had a different verse at the end, but I just couldn't figure it out. I didn't really like it.
money
So.
on my mind until I'm fucking rich. She like to be spoiled, that's why she always fucking rich.
And it's like, it's a crude one to finish up with, but it's the double entendre.
I
So,
got money on
my mind until I'm fucking rich. Money on my mind until I'm fucking rich. That doesn't mean anything. But here,
She like to be spoiled, that's why she always fucking rich.
she likes to be spoiled. That's why she always fucking rich. Okay, that's why she always fucking rich. She likes to have money. So, she's fucking rich. She's fucking a rich dude. But at the same time, she's fucking a rich dude called Rich. Richard. Richard is the same name for Dick. Or is like Dick is the nickname for Richard. She's fucking Dick to get rich. It's not that deep. I just thought it was a funny bar. So I kept it in.
I got money on my mind until I'm fucking.
Like, you can tell it's a little bit forced in the song, but I just thought it was funny.
I got money on my mind until I'm fucking rich. She like to be spoiled, that's why she always fucking rich. Got a law on my mind.
And I like to end it this way. Just end the EP by
Got a law on my mind that I
probably shouldn't say, but this rapping-ish, it scratched the itch. Just kind of, and I say that I probably shouldn't say. I don't mean that in a way of like offending anyone. Just there's certain things that I don't tell people. But this rapping stuff, it just kind of, it lets me get it out.
Got a law on my mind
And that explains lyrically, it explains the whole EP. Just what I've been thinking, but not really telling people.
Got a law on my mind that I probably shouldn't say, but this rapping-ish, it scratched the itch.
And then finish with a gotta love hits. Then just ends with the sample. The sample's so good, I just left it. And just such, like, it's a goodbye. The EP, it brings you through a roller coaster, and this is the goodbye. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching the stream. I'm not going to carry on too much longer. I've gone through the whole EP. I've discussed my thoughts. I've discussed what I think y'all should appreciate more. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all got any last questions, let me know. We got a lot more in the future. Of course, I'm very busy with Poslo, my Dutch hip-hop duo group. Follow that if you have any interest. And for MacckMartin, I mean, I'm working on an album, but I've been working on an album for the past 3 years. But my deadline is 2027, and before that I want to release another EP. So I can give y'all information. The title, of course, I've still got 2 years, so I don't want to make any promises. But I can give y'all the title. It's been the same title as the past 3 years. I thought of it and it's never changed. I know it's going to be that. Sonically, I've got some songs. I mean, funny thing, which I'll probably release at some point once the album's out. But I have the album finished at the moment. I just don't like it. Or I like it, but it's not what I want the album to be. So, and I'm not going to release it, but I'll once I release the actual album, I'll like have it somewhere so you can listen to, so you see, because this album was made a year ago, and pretty much my goal now is to remake the album, but just 10 times better, more structure and a proper like storytelling instead of just what it is now. But it's a super emotional album, and just everything has more thought behind it. So I'm super excited. But yeah, you'll have to wait, and I'll probably do some rapping in the meantime. Just release a few songs, trying to do an EP, probably nearer to this kind of style than to what the album is. But still, um, I'll see what happens. I need to find just a new sound to play around with, because I don't want to play around with the same sounds. So maybe not as much ad libs, but more. I think I want to play around with the beats more, but you'll see what happens. I'll keep you up to date. I appreciate the love. I'm going to keep promoting this EP for now. So keep streaming it, keep showing love, and we'll be back soon. Actually, I've really enjoyed the stream. I was wondering how it was going to go because I didn't have any plans beforehand other than break down the songs. So peace and love to everyone that joined. I'm going to relax and chill out for the rest now. Yeah. MacckMartin